That's what we're fighting today. And I'm fighting a man who went to Congress as the son of a postal worker and forgot where he came from. I'm running against a man who, as a congressman, voted for NAFTA, sending hundreds of thousands of jobs out of America and out of Ohio, who voted for giving China most favored nation trade status, sending additional hundreds of thousands of jobs out of our country. I'm running against a man who, as a congressman, voted to cut over $1 billion out of veterans' health care. I'm voting for a guy who refused to vote to close a loophole that allows really, really rich people to avoid paying their taxes by renouncing their American citizenship. And then he went to Congress, or then he went to Wall Street. He went to Wall Street, he went to work for a company called Lehman Brothers. He made millions of dollars working for that Wall Street investment company that was managed unethically, and I believe corruptly, and perhaps even illegally. And he came to Ohio, as President Trump has just told you, and he tried to get Ohio's public pension systems to invest with Lehman Brothers. This company went bankrupt on September the 15th, 2008, 2 years ago tomorrow. And if you want to know what happened to this economy, you pay attention to September the 15th, 2008, because the economy was struggling. But come September 15, 2008, Lehman Brothers went bankrupt and this economy went over a cliff. That's when the plunge occurred. That's when the huge numbers of unemployed began to rise. Ohio pensions lost more than almost $480 million. John Kasich walked away that year with a bonus of $400,000. Now, he says he wants to bring his business experience to the governor's office. Well, the only business that I know that he's ever been involved in is Lehman Brothers, representing the largest bankruptcy in American history. Listen, this is a tough race. It's tough because people are hurting. You know, my friends, I haven't been a perfect governor, and I never claimed to be. But I'll tell you what I have done since I've been in this office. I have fought for the people that I care about, and those people are America's and Ohio's families. I care about our families. And so we have reformed our schools. We have passed an energy bill that gives us cheaper electricity by 10% than the national average. We have frozen college tuition for 2 years, and during the rest of the time held down tuition lower than any other state in America. We've done those things in the middle of a deep, deep recession. And I've gotten help from my friends in labor, because our public employees were willing to take unpaid furlough days in order to help their fellow employees keep a job. And I salute our employees for doing that. John Kasich wants to privatize our Department of Development. Let me tell you what he wants to do. He wants to take public money, he wants to give it to a private entity, he wants to appoint 12 of his corporate friends to operate those development efforts. He says there will be no cap on how much these people can be paid. and he says they will be able to earn a bonus, but the bonus will not be made public. That sounds like Wall Street behavior to me, and I don't think we need Wall Street behavior being brought into the Ohio governor's office, and that's why I need your help. This guy just doesn't get it. He's loose with the truth, doesn't know his facts, makes up things, but he's bad for Ohio. My friends, I want to tell you something. I'm 69 years old. I was 69 years old on August the 4th. I am exactly 20 years older than President Barack Obama. I married an older woman. The guys out there are applauding. Frances was 69 years old on July the 25th. Why do I tell you that, my friends? I tell you that because Ted and Frances Strickland are going to be okay regardless of what happens on November the 2nd. But I'm concerned about my state. I'm concerned about what John Kasich and Rob Portman and the other Republicans who I believe have been overtaken by an extreme ideology. It's hard to find a moderate Republican today. It really is. It's hard to find one because they've been chased out of their party. And now we have a political leadership in the Republican Party that is divisive, that tries to gain power by turning people one against the other, that appeals to the selfishness of the human being, that believes that if you take care of the rich, everybody else will get a few of the crumbs and we'll get along okay. That's not the kind of America, and that's not the kind of Ohio that I want. And I don't think it's the kind of America and the kind of Ohio that you want. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. Early voting starts in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, people start voting in the state of Ohio. Between now and November the 2nd, when the polls close, I'm going to fight as hard as I can possibly fight to hold on to this office, because it is our office. It is an office that belongs to the people, and John Kasich wants to turn it over to his Wall Street thinking cronies. That's what he wants, and that's what Ohio will get with this man. So I'm here today, Joe, to tell you something. People say I'm a nice guy, and I try to be. But let me tell you, you don't grow up on Duck Run, one of 9 kids, the son of a steelworker, without knowing how to fight. And what I'm fighting for, what we are fighting for, is worth fighting for. We are fighting for our way of life. We're fighting for the middle class. We're fighting for decent jobs and decent wages. We're fighting for health care. We're fighting for education. We're fighting for the dignity of working people. And so, my friends, let me tell you, I might be a good guy, but I know how to fight, and I promise you this. If you've got an ounce of fight left in you,